Military officials hope to learn more about what happened.
We need to be debriefed and briefed on the situation so we can get home to our families for Easter.
U.S. media are reporting that Osborne had been subjected to sleep deprivation tactics while in detention. Chinese officials had not threatened him, but had woken him in the middle of the night for questioning. James LaGilia, TVB News.
The American pilot has revealed more about how he struggled to save his plane after the collision with the Chinese F-8 fighter jet. And we get details from ABC News.
During his flight out of China last night, the pilot of the EP-3 told the remarkable story of how he kept his crippled airplane from going down.
He's a very big man, and he said it took all of his bulk to control the aircraft.
Osborne said that just after the collision with the Chinese fighter jet, his plane went into a 5,000-foot dive at a 90-degree bank, about as close to being upside down as you can get. The family of crewman Rodney Young heard about the plunge from his perspective.
He said, "Mom, I prayed," and he said after he said the prayer, you know, as he was doing his process of whatever he needed to do, he said after I said amen, the pilot got control of the plane.
At one point, Osborne considered having his crew bail out.
They thought about jumping off the airplane, preparing for evacuating the airplane. Then they got the airplane under control and thought about ditching. And then the next point, they got the airplane completely under control, realized that there was an airstrip there, and that's where they directed the airplane.
The flight crew has told U.S. officials their plane was flying on autopilot on a fixed course and altitude when it was struck by the mainland jet. China, however, maintains the U.S. EP-3 abruptly changed direction, hitting the F-8 fighter.
Locally, tens of thousands of travelers left Hong Kong today at the start of the Easter holidays. There were long queues at train stations and the border, plus a record number of airline flights. At 7 p.m., more than 180,000 people had crossed the Lo Wu checkpoint, and the Immigration Department expects to be busy well into the night. Amy Orr has details.
Holiday makers had to stand in queue after queue before they could get across the border to start their 4-day Easter break. Up to 3,000 people were standing in line outside the Hong Kong KCRC terminus early this morning. This caused the corporation to temporarily implement a quota system on the purchase of cross-border tickets. It was a similar scene in Kowloon Tong, where the queue was long enough to encircle the train station. Travelers had to do a bit more waiting at Lo Wu in order to pass through immigration and customs checkpoints. A total of 86